This is Gerardo Del Real with Resource Stock Digest. Joining me today is the president and CEO of Millrock Resources, Mr. Greg Beischer. Greg, it's been a month or two since we chatted. Happy New Year. I'm still saying that to people I haven't spoken with in 2019. So Happy New Year to you. How are you?
Same to you, Gerardo. It has been December, I think, since we last spoke, but I'm doing pretty well, thanks. It's been a good winter here in Alaska. And I'm down to business, that's for sure.
Excellent. Well, listen, we've had some news since then. You announced drilling results from the La Navidad gold project in Sonora State, Mexico. We found early on in the drilling some fire, not the kind of fire that your partner at the time, Centerra, was looking for, but you had some nice hits. You stepped out, you drilled 10 kilometers away. There was some smoke there, but overall, I think the release described it as generally disappointing. I want to provide context to listeners and readers and explain that the intercepts of oxidized near-surface gold mineralization early on should be very, very encouraging for any mid-tier or junior miner that's looking to advance a project that maybe doesn't reach that couple of million ounces of gold threshold, but definitely has, at the very least, a couple of 100,000 ounces of gold head start. Would that be accurate, Greg?
That's a really good description, Gerardo. But yeah, let me review. We have been working on the La Navidad project now for a couple of years in partnership with Centerra Gold. We focused initially on a core area where there was some known gold mineralization. We identified that there's certainly gold in the ground there. It's near surface. It's of high enough grade that it could be mined probably at a profit if enough was delineated. And it may not be a multi-million ounce deposit, and so for that reason, Centerra walked away. But there's certainly potential to block out hundreds of thousands of ounces of gold mineralization, which would be suitable for a mid-tier or a junior mining company. On the other hand, sometimes deposits of a few 100,000 ounces can lead to a few million ounces with enough exploration. So I wouldn't rule it out. The drilling we did in November and December was on a distant target on what is now a huge land package. And it was a different style of target. Centerra wanted to drill it, and so since they were the funding partner, we went along. But the results were quite disappointing and unfortunately cast a negative connotation on the project when it really doesn't deserve it. We're working really hard to get a new partner to focus on the core gold mineralization at La Navidad, and I'm pretty confident we're going to get one. It's certainly got to be attractive to the right company.
Now, as far as how drill ready these projects are, I have to imagine infrastructure is good. I have to imagine they're permit ready and drill ready because you just drilled it, right?
That's right. And, at this point, Millrock has in Sonora State 3 excellent gold projects, a really nice silver project, and a porphyry copper project. Those 5 projects are ready to go. We've put a lot of work into them through partnership fundings, and everything's in place. Surface access arrangements with ranchers, permits, all the surface geological and geochemical and geophysical work's been done. Any partner company can just walk right in now and test with drilling. And so we've been hard at work over the last 6 weeks, marketing the projects to potential funding partners, and I'm confident that we're going to get some of those partnered up here in the near future.
And how many projects are available for joint venture right now? I know it's commodity-wise, it's gold and silver, if I'm not mistaken, right?
In Sonora, that's true, yes. Primarily gold and silver with 1 copper project. We likely have 15 different projects in Sonora State, but the 5 that I mentioned are the ones that have been brought all the way forward to drill readiness. The others are in the pipeline. Not likely that we can attract partners with them yet. They need more work, but 5 drill-ready projects ready to go in Sonora.
Well, I have to believe with the gold market that's stabilizing, that's putting in higher lows, it seems like every week that finding a partner for those projects, it's probably well on its way. You have a uranium project, and we were chatting a bit off the record because I'm excited in 2019 for what uranium is going to deliver. I think the second half of this year is going to be a transformational one for the uranium space, and you have an attractive project that doesn't get much attention because you're a prospect project generator, but you focus mainly on the base metals, the precious metals, not so much uranium. Can we talk about that project and the status of it?
Yep, for sure. I mean, big gold and copper projects is Millrock's bread and butter. That's our main focus. The things, the types of deposits that can move the needle on a huge company like Teck or Vale. So that's usually our focus. On the other hand, I've, in my career, witnessed, 3 uranium cycles where the bull market in uranium was really astounding. How much money was spent, how investors behaved in those markets. I've seen people make an awful lot of money in those uranium bull markets, and Millrock saw an opportunity to stake for the very low cost of staking an entire series of uranium deposits some years ago now. At the time, we were thinking a price increase in uranium was imminent, but that's not proven to be the case. But we've held on to the deposits, and now the things are starting to move a little bit with uranium. And about a year ago, all of a sudden the price of vanadium took off. And it turns out this series of deposits has a vanadium content. In fact, it's about a ratio of 5 vanadium to 1 uranium. And so the phone started to ring now from potential partners that are interested in this series of deposits. So this is why Millrock has held on to it. If there's a coming bull market in uranium, Millrock shareholders are going to make out pretty well because of that move that was made 5 years ago now.
Fantastic. We've talked Mexico. We've talked New Mexico, gold, silver, copper, uranium. How are things coming in Alaska?
Well, very well. This is home base and where I love to explore the most. We've got some great projects here. Liberty Bell is one that we've brought forward, developed 6 excellent drill target areas, I would call them. They need a bit more refinement. Certainly there's places where you could start drilling right away to extend the known near surface gold deposit or to find other deposits nearby. We've certainly got the right indications. We've been marketing the project hard, and I believe that we will have a new partnership there potentially within a matter of weeks from now.
Excellent.
Good.
Yeah, go ahead. Absolutely. You know where I was
going.
The
thing I'm most excited about, and can't wait to talk about it. Again, about 4 years ago, in what we thought was the bottom of the bottom in the market, Millrock bought up claim blocks in and around the Pogo gold mine in the Goodpaster mining district in Alaska. And, it's been interesting for me to watch. It's all the same rocks from one side of the border to the other. In Yukon, we see a tremendous amount of activity for gold exploration, but you come to the other side of the border into Alaska, same rocks, same gold potential, yet not very many players here right now. And so Millrock was able to acquire excellent land position immediately in and around the Pogo gold mine. And For listeners that don't know Pogo, it's a great mine. It produces right now about 300,000 ounces of gold annually. It's quite high grade. Life of mine average is roughly half an ounce of gold per ton. And the mine has a new owner, a very aggressive Australian owner that seems to be a great miner and a great explorer. And Northern Star has really ramped things up. They put out a press release yesterday announcing that the mine is improving already in just the 5 months that they've owned it. They've made a brand new discovery 800 meters to the northwest of the mine that was announced yesterday. Excellent grade. In fact, even a higher grade it would appear than the existing mining operation. Quartz veins, low angle, shallow dipping quartz veins ranging between 2 and 5 meters in true thickness, but grading anywhere between 1 ounce and 2 ounces of gold per ton. It sure doesn't take too much ore at that grade to make a serious deposit. But the most exciting thing about this is that we know that Northern Star, the operator of the Pogo mine, has made yet another new discovery. And they haven't talked about it very much at all, but it's yet another 800 meters further west from their new discovery. So 1.6 kilometers northwest of the existing mine, which puts it very, very close to Millrock's aptly named West Pogo project. And it's possible that that new discovery, I believe Northern Star calls it the Good Pastor deposit, there's a possibility that deposit trends right onto Millrock's claims. So we're very excited about this. We've done a fair bit of work on our West Pogo project. There's certainly some excellent indications. High-angle quartz veins with good grade gold appear at surface. And that's the clue that you should drill deeper there to intersect the flat-lying thicker veins that appear to form most of the ore bodies at Pogo. So that's our plan. That's what needs to be done. First, a geophysical survey, and then drilling. And it's a bit of a quandary for Millrock at this point. We'd like to have a partner fund that work, but at the same time, we don't want to give something away if indeed there's an ore body trending onto our claims. So for now, it's a bit of a wait and see to see if we can't learn more what Northern Star has discovered on their claims. But at the same time, we want to see our claims exploration move ahead quickly. We're very excited about the possibility that there could be a gold deposit right on our property. So for now, we're talking to other companies and learning as much as we can. And we'll carve a path forward here sometime soon.
Well, it sounds like you're eager to test whether the deposit continues onto your property, but it also sounds like it's going to take the right deal if it is indeed joint ventured. Is that accurate?
That's accurate. Yep. It'd just be better if more time went by. Maybe Millrock, in this case, should invest a bit more money into the project to demonstrate and more clearly demonstrate the prospectivity, further advance the targets a bit from where they are now. So it's something all under consideration at present, and we'll figure out what we're going to do sometime here soon with the project.
Excellent. Well, Greg, you have exciting gold projects and silver projects in Mexico that are drill ready. You have one in Alaska that you obviously are keeping your hand close to the vest, as they say. I'm looking forward to developments there. For those not familiar with Northern Star, the company right next to yours, and the intercepts they're hitting on that property, we're not talking 5 grams a ton or 10 grams a ton. We're talking multiple ounces a ton over mineable widths. Is that accurate, Greg?
Yep, sure is. I mean, it's an impressive series of deposits, and people are going to start realizing that. I think the Goodpaster Gold District, which is a historic placer alluvial gold mining district, one day it's going to be a camp. It puts me in mind of the Val d'Or camp in northern Quebec, where over 100 years of mining. They're still mining the initially discovered deposit, the Sigma, and there's dozens of mines in this camp now, and different styles of mineralization too. I mean, it seems it's only about a decade ago that Osisko discovered a different style of mineralization disseminated in rocks that everyone used to drive across on their way to work in Val d'Or. So I think the Goodpaster District's going to be like that one day. It's going to be a Val d'Or or a Red Lake. And we can't wait to get started, and we've got a dominant land position in the district.
Excellent. Greg, anything else you'd like to add?
Nope. Field season's coming, and we're trying to get ready for it here in Alaska. And, of course, we can work year-round in Sonora. So as soon as we land a partner or two on those great projects, we'll be off to the races.
Well, we have a stabilizing commodity market. A lot of people are calling for a new commodity bull market. You have several drill-ready projects, as I've already stated. No excuse for juniors out there looking for quality projects to not be in touch. Greg, thank you for the thorough update. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks very much. And I concur, Gerard. I mean, just a little bit more on the price of gold, and that should generate the kind of investor interest we need to see junior gold exploration companies getting able to raise capital, even for more grassroots type projects like Millrock typically develops. So just a little bit more on gold, and I think that gold bull market, or commodities bull market, that so many pundits here predict is coming, that will make a huge difference for Millrock and for lots of other companies as well.
Fingers crossed.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.